Don't even say hi to me. I never. Cause I know they loving me. Just give say hi to me. I never.
We come to you from downtown Los Angeles. This is one of the great stops in the NBA.
When you step your foot on that game to all the celebrities sitting courtside, Ed.
It's the definition of showtime. Let's do this. The Brooklyn Nets control the tap. Jay Wood.
Biased because they are, but Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Kevin Durant sends it away and hits. Davis with the baseline J. Brooklyn with the basketball. To Durant. Fires the three. That won't go. Matthews to James. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game.
Irving. His first effort off the mark.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Schroeder to James. Slams it down.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Here's Irving into the front court, trailing by 4. Durant to Dinwiddie. Here comes the screen. Here's Durant for 2. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Here's Schroeder with it. Just under a minute to play here in this opening quarter. Turns and slams it down.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Irving to Dinwiddie. Oh, had him going there for a second. Jordan. Not a good shot there as he misses it. Across midcourt, it's Schroeder. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. James, tough matchup against Durant. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. This is already getting out of hand.
Coaching strategy 101. You probably want to utilize a timeout to disrupt the pace of this other team. This game is starting to get out of hand quick and early.
Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's good, and 1.
And if you have the ball in your hands on offense and you're that open and you see the defense sprinting at you, directly at you, not taking an angle to try to block your shot to not hit you, brace yourself for contact, focus on making the basket, and 1 every time.
Oh, he can't connect. First quarter's complete. The Lakers have the lead. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
Jay, Magic and Kobe each won 5 titles. How are you going to judge LeBron James' legacy in L.A.?
LeBron James wins 1 championship in L.A. That means he will set himself apart. He will have won 4 championships in 3 different cities. Now, that is polarizing for some fans. That still does not take away from the overall greatness and the legacy of LeBron James.
Durant. And finishes strong.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
Short jumper stays out. Nets have it. Irving to Durant. KD for 2, and he scores on the step back.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
James into the front court. 10-6 our score. To Davis. And a chance coming up at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
Anthony Davis. He's got 2 shots coming. For his career, 79% at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving to Durant.
Yeah, bro. I've been the graphics do look better than 2K.
12-6 our score.
And the gameplay
This offseason, I heard
is
so many
underrated
voices.
too.
Even that of the great
But on
Shaquille
another
O'Neal,
note,
talking about how LBJ
I think
needed to
NBA
submit
Live
his own
21
legacy.
leaked
Well, for LeBron, it's
some
not about
footage
chasing external accolades.
for
It's
the
about printing your
PS5,
own legacy.
NBA
And
Live
that's to be the
21.
greatest of all time.
I'm actually looking at it right
Highlight
now. I'm letting the
moves.
computer
Tough to
play,
pull off with the defender
so I'm
all
not
over
really
you.
using my
Durant.
mic. I updated the rosters a lot, so I'm going to post a lot of
It's
games
because he
today
took his
because
eye
I'm
off
going to
his
get ready
target.
to
And
eat.
as an offensive
But I'm
player,
gonna
you
let
have
the
to glare
computer
where
play.
the defender's coming to, but quickly
But
redirect yourself to your actual target.
yeah,
He was
y'all,
more
that's
consumed
how
with
it
the
is.
defender than it was the actual rim.
So look
And
it
the
up,
rebound
NBA
pulled
Live
down by
21. I'm
Davis.
looking at it right now.
Schroeder with the basketball. His team on top by 8. James to Schroeder.
Cash always getting messed with.
To James. Has a
James.
chance. LeBron James. Oh, the defense has to adjust. He's 4 for 4 to start this one.
When I played, and I see guys do this all the time, when you shoot, the target isn't the basket. The target is actually before you even go into the shot. The target are your hands defensively. If your hands are down and you give me clear vision towards the bucket, that shot's definitely going up.
Wide open look won't go. The quarter comes to an end. The Lakers have the lead.
Lakers didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Lakers. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Brooklyn Nets.
Game track. Field.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, the Lakers, not just a great franchise, but they are a brand in the NBA. With LeBron James, what do you make of Laker fans accepting him maybe now or down the road as one of their own?
They better accept him now. I agree wholeheartedly with Jeannie Buss when she said they're not Laker fans if they're not happy about LeBron James. He is a Laker, and this is one of the most loyal fan bases we have, not just in this country, but in the entire world. The most Twitter followers of all the teams in the NBA.
LeBron matched up with Durant. To Davis. DeAndre Jordan pins it. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Gasol. Really going to have to start paying attention. He's 5 for 5 for the field.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
2 minutes remaining in the
Durant with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
LBJ with it.
Here we go.
To Gasol. Schroeder. Sizing up the defense. Good. Off a spin.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Durant to Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. The deficit is 6. To Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
LeBron James able to recover with the block. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket. Deep 3 at the buzzer. 3 quarters down, the Lakers have the lead. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They trail to this point, but you'd have to say this one's up for grabs.
And the new style we play with in this league, all it takes is 3 quick threes, and you're right back in the ballgame.
Irving. Nothing going here on that drive. Kevin Durant, now 3 for 9. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Irving with the basketball. His guys trail now by 4. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Los Angeles has the basketball.
Big pick right there.
LeBron James against KD. To Gasol, down low. Marc Gasol, better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Now down 6. Durant to Irving. Fires the 3. You know Kyrie, zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
This will be out of bounds off of Davis. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys down 3. To Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant to Irving. Shot clock winding down to Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss. LeBron with it up top. Up by 3. Nothing going here on that drive. James to Gasol. Marc Gasol. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
Now the Nets going to take a timeout, but this game's in the balance, and time is of the essence. Durant. Can't connect from inside. Here comes the intentional foul, but they did have one to give, so no free throws yet. They'll shoot after the next foul.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And now an intentional foul, so they'll send him to the line. 2 free throws here means it's a 3-possession game.
In the 80s, that might have been a personal, but regardless, it had the same impact. You just injected a little life into your squad, just when they needed it.
So he gets, look out, Anthony Davis with the slam.
Brow down, Ed, when you coming to my town.
Wow, you rhyming right there?
Obviously.
Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote.
Smart play. You have fouls to use. Good way to manage the clock without burning a timeout.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. Durant with the basketball up top. His club staring up at an 8-point deficit. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer, and he's going to the free throw line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Kyrie Irving, couple of free throws on the way. A career 87% from the line. First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. The Lakers get the victory as they take care of business at home. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew.
The Lakers got themselves a